Shout out to Marco Padrana, Alfredo Jr., and the gaming squad for being a part of our channel memberships and all our channel members.
Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video, and it's Series 5 how to. Alright, so it's how to win Series 5. Later on today, you'll be seeing my video when I've unlocked Series 12, so that's epic, so look out for that. But before we jump into this, remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, also leave a like on the video. Really appreciate you guys for all your support. And if you have not yet entered into our legendary crate giveaway, go over there on the community tab on the channel and you'll see the giveaway link and you can click and enter. All right, so first up for Series 5 is that we need to find the fastest pit time for Series 5. All right, so you want to go through your Series 5 parts as we did in the previous series. You want to go through your parts for the ones with the fastest pit time. As you know, fast pit time is the key. All right, so the Series 4 part should be the fastest pit time for that one. This should also be a Series 5 part, so that would be the fastest pit time. This one will also be a Series 4 part, so that should be the fastest pit time. This one, Series 2. All right, so basically we're basically on our Series 5 because all these parts are below Series 5. So this is the fast bit time setup that I currently use to go to Series 12, and I guess this is the fast bit time setup you can get also at Series 5. All right, so all the parts are below. So if you don't have these engine, then you know what to do. Go for the next one that you have with the lowest amount of pit time. All right, for the drivers. For Series 5. For Series 5, there's not anything special, so you want to use your drivers with the best pluses. As we've gone out of the bad weather tracks were Series 3 and Series 4, so it's nothing special now for Series 5, so you can use whichever driver you choose. You don't need to go for wetness ability, or you don't need to go for high tire management. You can go for whatever Series 5 driver you have. So let's see where the Series 5 drivers stop. Alright, so Russell is Series 6. Alright, so Leclerc is a Series 5 driver, so we're going to use Leclerc. We're going to use Kimi as well instead of Verstappen here. I think Kimi's going to be our best driver coming up in the series. You can pick through and look for your drivers with the most pluses and use them, or your best driver that you're using coming up, and use them. All right, so for now, Kimi's better than Alonso level 4 at this level that he's at, but for now, that's what we're going to be using, Kimi and Leclerc, and that's going to be our fast pit time setup. And let's jump straight into Series 5. All right, so Series 5 is 7 lap, 6 lap, 8 lap, and 9 lap. All right, let's see which one we get. All right, there we go. For search, got a match there, and we're on Italy. I love racing on Italy. Italy is nice and simple to race on, and nothing too exciting to race on Italy. Because the track is very long, it's pretty simple and decent to race on if you know what you're doing. Nice, look at this qualifying. Pretty nice, way up in the top here. Normally we would qualify way in the back, but for this one, it seems like we're qualifying way up in the top. So what I like to do for Italy is I like to go with one driver on soft, one driver on hard, and then I'll do 3 laps with Leclerc, and then come back to hard tires and go to the finish. Then I'll do 4 laps with Kimi here, or with my second driver, and then come back to pit for another 4 laps, and let's go to the finish from there. That's what I like to do for Italy. All right, normally we will be way in the back there, so this one is not going to be a pretty good example, but we're going to use the same technique. So just look at the technique and not necessarily position or where we're gonna finish, just use the technique. All right. So let's cut down there. You want to cut down after that corner, and then you want to let your first driver who's on hard tire, soft tires, do 3 laps, and you're gonna come back to hards and go for those 5 laps. Then we're gonna come back to 4 and put Kimi on another set of 4 laps and go for 4 laps with Kimi. All right. So we'll just let them conserve from here. Want to watch that Kimi. Give him some support whenever you see he's losing out. You don't have to go too high, too much on the boost. You can just give him a little here and a little there, so he can get the job done. All right. Let's look at Leclerc here. Looking good for 3 laps. Rival Alonso is up in front. No worries. As his Hamilton is way in the back there, down in 23. And we'll take our time there. Alright, going to pit now with this Alonso. Well, we should go around for another lap. Clear Alonso there. Let's give some support to Kimi here so he can clear some of these before they come out of pit, and put some block there. So there goes a lot of them coming out and blocking Hamilton. Alright, let's boost now Leclerc. So you want to do 3 laps with one of your drivers. It's the simplest technique I've used for this track. And we're gonna go for 4 laps with Kimi. Nice and easy, and we're out there. And we're just gonna cut down Leclerc from there, and we'll just let him finish the race from there. He's gonna go straight to the finish. We're not going back to pit with Leclerc. And then we're gonna go back to hard tires with Kimi. And then he's gonna go straight to pit from there, as we're not gonna be going back to pit with either Kimi. And we'll just let them conserve from there. Alright, so even if your rival is boosting and pushing, then he'll have to force his drivers to go back to pit. And you will actually just pick up that position once he goes to pit. Alright, because the pit time is really high. So the less you can stay away from the pits, the better. Here we are holding off our position. Now we're going to go to pit here. Really decent. Nice fast pit time there, and we're out. And then you just cut back down Kimi to conserve right there. And then you just let them finish the race. So you can see the rival Alonso has just suffered a breakdown, and you can see his tires looking worn out. He's trying to overtake Leclerc. He'll have to go back to pit. And once he goes back to pit, then that gives room, a lot of room for us to create a huge amount of distance on his Alonso, especially now with that breakdown. That's gonna hurt. Even Kimi might be able to catch up. Let's boost Kimi here and see if we can catch up to that Alonso. Let's cut him back down there, so we don't want to boost him too much to burn down his tires. And there we go. As we're going to the finish, you don't want to push him too much to run out his tires. And we're going for 5 with Leclerc, 20% per lap. So we should pass the line with at least 40% of tires on Leclerc for the remaining 2 laps. And 50% for Kimi for the remaining 2 laps. So we passed with 43. So we have 2% of extra to boost and give support. And we're 8% extra with Kimi to boost and give support. And now we suffer a breakdown. That's okay. If the game would have given us a breakdown all the time at this portion of the game, then it would be quite fine. Especially for me, because I will not be going back to pit. So now we have an extra of about 25%, 5% on Leclerc. And we're going to have a good amount of extra in Kimi, so we can just boost him as it's 25% per lap. So we can just pull him away a little, and then we'll cut him back down. Let him do some work. So always remember, try and give your drivers some boost here and there. Don't just allow them to be on conserve and you see the rival coming to attack and you just allow the rival to attack and get by. Give them support. All right, not all the time they're going to defend, but sometimes they'll do pretty decent defending and protect their positions. Nice driving here from Kimi. All right, so let's see if we can get onto a different track. So this technique I've been using on Italy for all the series that Italy's in. Once I see Italy, this is the technique that I'm using. All right, so let's jump into the next race and see which track we get, and then we'll discuss technique for the other 2 tracks that we did not race on. All right, hopefully we don't get Monza again. We have a race crate. Let's see what we get in there. And this is a Series 12 race crate as a matter of fact. Epic, nice. Loving those epics in race crate. Prefer the epics in race crate over the box any day. Let's jump into another race. Please don't be Monza. Be a different track. Nice. So we got the Spa. Alright, so the Spa has been one of my favorite tracks from 2019. This has been one of my favorite tracks from 2019 because it's really simple to race on. Nice qualifiers here. The Spa is really simple. Alright, so once you see your driver saying 1 to 2, you want to go for one of them on hard tires, one on soft. Most of the time you want to put a one that's in front on soft and a one that's behind on hard tires. Alright, so what we're going to be doing here is to go for 2 laps with Kimi, and then we're going to go 3 laps with Leclerc. Alright, so you want to go 2 laps with one driver and 3 laps with the other driver until we get our drivers leveled up a bit where our tire management is now good and we're seeing 2 to 2. Once you're seeing 2 to 2 from your driver on the Spa, then you can go all soft tires all the way. We should be able to do all soft tires now, but I'm giving it to you this way, so you don't stock. Alright, because if you're gonna go all soft tires, that means both driver you will have to go to pit with both drivers in the same lap, and majority of the time on the Spa here, that will cause some form of stocking. Alright, I like personally to boost down the hill here so my drivers can overtake whoever is going to be going into the pits, and then we can try and push around the pit lane, get back around the exit before they come out. Alright, so that didn't work this time, so we're cut down there, and when we pick up some with that Leclerc, then we cut back down to conserve. We put in our go to pit orders. We're going back to soft tires for 2 laps, and then we're gonna go around with Leclerc for another lap, and then we'll come back to soft tires for him and boost him from there, and come back in the 5th for another lap, another stop for him. If you want to go for the 2 stop and 1 stop, then you could come back with hard tires with Leclerc, as he has the tire management to do so. But if you want to go for the 2 stop with Leclerc also, then you can come back to softs and go from there. Nice overtake there from Leclerc as they're going into pit, and we should clear the pit lane and get out before who comes out, and we should be right behind that with Kimi. Alright, let's cut down there. So you can go 2-2-2 with one driver, and then you can go 3-2-1 or 3-3 with the other driver. Alright, if it's a wet race, Then you want to go for 3, 2, 1 or 3, 3. All right. You never want to do 2, 2, 2 in a wet race. It's never worth it. All right. So let's go to pit now. We should have gone to soft tires, but we're gonna go for hards and do the one stop with Leclerc, and then we're gonna boost Kimi here. Come back to soft tires. As we do a one stop with Leclerc, we can cut him down there to conserve. So up until you can get your pit time really good, then we can go to the 2 stops. As we let Kimi boost out here back into pit, and then we're gonna let him boost to the finish, and then we're gonna continue to conserve with Leclerc for 2 laps and then boost to the finish on the final lap. All right. As for the other 2 tracks, I think we already did a technique for Austria, which would be the Red Bull Ring. I think we already did a technique for that one in a previous series, but for the Red Bull Ring, you want to go with, if you're gonna go with hard tires at the start, then you want to go with hard tires and go for 5 laps with one, and possibly if you can get 6 laps with the other, that would be great. Or you can go 4 laps with one, come back to hard tires, boost to finish, and 5 laps with one, come back to hard tires, boost to finish. All right, now we can boost Leclerc from there for the final lap, and then we'll look at see what the next track is and what technique you can use for that track to get those good results. As we don't want to make these videos too long, this is why we're only doing 2 races, and we'll explain the next 2. Kimi's about to go out of tires, but he's right there on the line. So he's not yet up to good tire management. Normally their tires would run out, but nearer down the line there, down that straightaway. But he's not there yet for better tire management. Probably when he reaches to the next level, his tire management will be able to do 2 to 2 laps. But Leclerc has a good amount of tire management, and he's still doing 1 to 2 laps. So it's really strange. All right. So let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing, and use code word finish to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watched the full video, for all your support. All right. Hopefully these tips help. And that's going to be it for this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, wait. Oh, we leaving and we did not discuss techniques for the other 2 tracks. Wait, all right, let me get back. All right, so techniques for the other 2 tracks. As I said, we already did something for the Red Bull Ring. You can still use that we did here in the wet races. You can still use that technique because it's hard tires that you're going to be using for the Red Bull Ring. So you already should know how to race on the Red Bull Ring. As for Silverstone, you want to go 4 laps with one driver on hards, and then come back to hards and boost to the finish. And then you want to go 3 laps with one driver on hards, come back to hards and boost to the finish. You can also start off with softs with one driver on Silverstone and do 3 laps, come back to hards and boost to the finish. All right, hopefully these tips helps, and now it's going to be it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.